Alright, we're back. I need to get my 12-point socket, quarter inch 12-point for lifter block screws. Kind of one of those things you need. Okay, we're also going to scrape off the gaskets off of here, residue. Just had the old blue Teflon coated gaskets that S&S used to use. Actually very nice gaskets, but they probably cost too much, so they got rid of those. They went to black paper, see. There we go. Alright. So gaskets. These are new ones, gray ones. So we gotta goop those up, stick on the block, we gotta goop up our lifter blocks. Should go right on down, no problem. Let's just make sure. That one appears to fit. And that one appears to go on too, most of the way. Yep, it's on there all the way. More or less, yeah, not quite. Gap under that one for some reason. That usually means it's hitting on something. So, see how it hits over here? And not right here. See, it's down all the way, but I put my thumbnail under it. That means it's not all the way down. So that means it's hitting somewhere on the back side in there. It's usually what it hits on anyway. I guess it's hitting right here, would be my guess. Should be right in the middle of all this stuff here. You can't see in there to know for sure. If I had to guess, that's where it's hitting at. Okay, we're not in a guessing game around here. Well, we kind of are, but preferably a little bit better than that. So I can go and grind this right now, and it'll probably clear. Well, we'll do a little more technical. So I'll go ahead and mark this edge right here. My guess is hitting right on this corner right here, because S&S left it nice and big turd right there instead of cutting it away. Alright, so we mark the high spots. Put it together. Rub on a little bit back and forth. Okay, I was wrong, it's hitting over here. It was hitting on a high spot, but not the high spot I thought. Alright, so it's hitting right there. That's a pretty good hit. What I don't want to do is go in and grind inside the motor right now, because it's all together. The best thing to do is go grind the motor. The motor's nice and thick, so you can grind these areas away. So we can see how far down it is. Where the contact point is. Appears to be about 1 3/8 inches in. Yeah, about 1 5/16. So what we got here? 8 5/16 is about right there. Oh, it's hitting on the first one right there. So it's hitting on this lip right in here. You can see it. It's hitting right here. That's what it's hitting on. Be very easy to knock that off with a burr. Yeah, too bad the motor's together already. You don't usually have to do stuff like this, but oh well. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this away. It's pretty thick right here anyway. So we're going to go take this back and do a little grinding and make it go away. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. So I ground it and then I filed it to get it more even. So we narrowed up just a little bit. Didn't take a lot of metal off, but took a little off. Now if I didn't fix this, you got one or two things, if not both, would happen. One is the gasket would leak. Two is it would collapse the lifter block and lock up that lifter. Cause a lot of wear and tear on the lifter. Might even to the point it doesn't even work, it might hold the valve open. Wouldn't run on that cylinder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it here on my fill tip again. So we'll see if that shows up on anything. I'm doing it with no gasket either. If it clears out a gasket, it'll clear with a gasket. Okay, this time looks like it is all the way down. See, it appears to be sitting flat. I'm going to rub it back and forth like that again. Looks like it might be hitting right there just a little bit. So just to be, I am rocking it back and forth too, but just to make sure I'll knock that edge down with a file. Other than that, we're good to go. See, a little minor thing like that can cause massive problems down the road. So we'll just take a file right here. Get that little high spot right there. This is a fine file, it's not really made for doing this. I don't think we need much room though. Alright. Should be good to go. Blow it off. Good clean towel. There you go. Nice radius surface now. You hear it rattle on the gasket surface now when you put it down. It's not binding. You wouldn't have that rattling noise if it was hitting anything. Actually got a little clearance like this now too. Alright. And the holes will line up. That's rotation like that. Same noise here. Alright. Nice little problem there we had to fix. No biggie. No biggie because we caught it. Or I caught it. That's why you got to pay attention when you put these motors together. You never know what's going to crop up and bite you in the butt. I always expect there's going to be something wrong, that's why I always expect it, so I don't really worked up too about when I find something. It just slows down a little assembly a little bit, but yeah, that's just how it goes. I don't work at a flat labor rate. Well, I kind of do, but just above free. That's my flat labor rate. At least that seems like what I get paid around here. Okay, a little goop on there. We goop up our two gaskets. Okay, this is the front one. It should be this block here. The front block is more triangular looking, so you identify the front block from the rear block. This one's more square. See how this one, the tit sticks up a lot higher? That's how you tell them apart. At least that's how I tell them apart. Sometimes I even mark them. Yeah, whatever. The other way you can do is look at the oil gallery. The oil gallery is always on the inside. Right in the middle of the Okay. Where's the oil hole at? Make sure the oil hole lines up. It's kind of important. There you go. I purposely did not drain all the hydraulics, all the oil out of these, so they're lubed already. You need to wipe off the outside a little bit for dust. They've been sitting around that box for a little while, so. But the rollers have oil in them, and the hydraulic inside has oil in it. The rest of it will have to relube. So, looks like relubing a roller, just for the hell of it. Just to make sure it's got lube on it. It's a matter of putting a little oil on each side, working it in. That. Jackpot. It doesn't matter how these lifters go in either, as long as they're right side up. This part goes against the cam, in case you didn't know. Okay, we lubricate up the block itself. Stick your finger in there and run it around a little bit from both sides. Now it's lubed, see? Take the roller, stick it in there, rub it around a little bit back and forth, stuff it in the hole. See, I don't care where the rotation of the lifter's at, it makes no difference. See, you have an oil hole somewhere here. That's supposed to be toward one side or the other, everybody claims. This whole thing fills up full of oil here, the whole damn edge. That thing's going to get oil in no matter what you do. Okay, now if you just drop it in quickly, they won't fall out. Like that. You line up your holes. Same deal. If there's any binding here, you got to fix it now. It drops in like it's supposed to. What happened? Okay. Get all the oil off my hands so I can work. Nothing worse than having oily hands, oily tools. Everything's filthy. plenty of oil container. Okay, so now drop more shit on the floor. Okay, so we got our special socket here. So just take the screw from the hole, move it around until it starts. Same with the one next to it. Trying to grab the prettiest looking ones here. Gasket's keeping this one up. So get all the screws started first before you start tightening any of them. Longer extension. Knuckles in the studs hurts. Go ahead and run them down a little bit on all of them. Don't bottom it out though, just run them all the way down. Now you can rotate them back and forth a little bit. Find where they want to sit. I go right in the middle of the two spots. You can pull them down. Now, if these things are really important on alignment, there would be dowel pins on them. So you can tell how much Harley cared about it. They didn't put no dowel pins on them. A threaded hole is a lousy dowel locator because threaded tapped holes are not put on. They don't stay on center line. They will move around on you. This one's not started correctly. Back it off. That screw is not going in the hole correctly. That means it's cross threading. Here it go pop. Going hard, just going in correctly now. And those threads don't like each other very much. We'll be back with that one. Things seem to not really move around too much, so okay, now this one. Feel the first two threads here are kind of sharp edged on them, shiny. That means there's a little, they're tight going in the hole right there. They're cutting their own thread kind of basically a little bit, or burnishing in the ones that are already in there. So all this torque here is not torque, it's just making it go together. Now we can torque it at this point. Okay, a lot of that was fake torque on this one. So let's give it whatever my little crappy little wrist will give it. That's how much torque you give it. These screws will break off every now and then. They're heat treated pretty hard, so when you overstress them, you pop them. Alright, adequate torque. Now you rotate the motor over, make sure the lifters go up and down easily. And make sure they fold easily too. So if they were binding up, they would not drop back down. See how it goes up? The other one goes up. See how they drop down between cycles there? Same on these two. Up and down, up and down. See, that's when we had to grind, so if that was binding, it wouldn't move up and down. It would go up, but it wouldn't go back down. Okay, so that means you're not binding on anything there, so that's all good. So that's all good stuff there. Okay, now, S&S did not give us any more gaskets, did they? What else did they give me here? Rocker box. So cheap ass S&S does not give you new push rod O-rings at all. So I guess they want me to reuse these old ones here. Which in this case are new because we just put these all in there, but we only have two. Yep. Yeah, there's only two of them in here. I'm still not a big fan of reusing them after they've been run for a while. They can and do leak. So I'm going to put brand new ones in there, I guess. Make sure those are good. So I'll get a couple of those. We'll stick those in there. You got to make sure you put these washers down. Sharp edge goes down. That keeps the O-ring from falling through the lifter block. See how there's radius edge and sharp edge. See the difference? See how smooth that is right there? See the sharp edge right there. Okay, so I need some O-rings. That's Sportster stuff that don't work. Long parts, part a pile. Those are the uppers we might need. Those are the middle ones, they should be okay. Those are shovel head. Rocker box. Where's Evo at? No Evo? What's up with my Evo stuff? Top push rod cork. Appears I don't have any right now. Nope, there's low push rod Evo. Right in there. Grab a handful, right? At least 4 of them. Those are new ones. A little dusty, but new. I'm wiping them on my clean shirt. There you go. Nice and pliable and soft. Perfect. Shovel O-rings are bigger, so they don't fit in these applications. And quad seals don't work very good on these. They tend to bind up for some reason. Shovel, they work fine, but not on these. Same basic design of the push rod cover, but it doesn't work. Okay, so that's all completed. So there you go. Alright, one step further. There's an engine stand around here that was on. I'm assuming it was this one, because this is butt ugly. Yeah, looks like something probably put on top of that thing. Another crappy engine stand. See, up until this point, I don't use them. You don't need it. It's filthy. All this do is make my workbench dirty. Yuck. My hands are dirty. Okay, so I'm going to put this up in the stand. It always goes in from the right side. Goes in like that. We had the bolts laying over here before. And the chrome washers are his. These are mine. See, mine are a lot thicker. Now, these might be too short on this new motor. I'm not sure because of the case might be a little bit thicker here in the front. So his original front bolts might be too short. Just like these bolts are not going on here because they don't want to. There it goes. It's only got a couple threads grabbing. Don't even have a full nut where the thread's hanging down. So my guess is these are a little bit thicker than the original case was. So you might have to do something about that for his hardware. Okay. Time to loosen one of my wrenches. Can't get in there on that one. Close enough. Alright, make everybody happy. We got an engine stand. People like to see engine stands for some reason. Alright, that's it for tonight on this one. So tomorrow we'll assemble up the rest of the top end on this thing. Or all the top end, I guess. Determine what I want to do on these new rings. I'll check these out, make sure they had them in there correctly and didn't do something wrong when they put the motor together. This is brand new piston, I just sold them. So we'll see how good all this stuff is. Yet to be determined. Alright, that's it for tonight. It's 11 o'clock. I'm getting out of here early, it's not tomorrow yet. Alright, that's it for now.